Sairam children, welcome back. In today's class of English grammar, we will continue with chapter number 12, the sentences, part 2. Children, let's recap of what we have learned in our earlier part. We have learned that a group of words which make a complete sense is called a sentence. Let me repeat again. A group of words which make a complete sense is called a sentence. Remember children, a sentence always contains a verb. A sentence always contains a verb. Verb means doing word or action word. For example, play, jump, skip, swim, hop, learn, write, read, etc. A sentence always begins with a capital letter and ends with a full stop, a question mark or an exclamation mark. Let us repeat again. A sentence always begins with a capital letter and ends with a full stop, a question mark or an exclamation mark. We use complete sentences every day when we speak, read and write. Complete sentences help us communicate in a way that enables us to understand each other's thoughts and ideas. Complete sentences are made up of two parts. Now children, let us see the two parts of a sentence. A complete sentence has two parts that are subject and predicate. So children, what are the two parts of a sentence? The two parts of a sentence are subject and predicate. Children, the subject is the naming part of a sentence and the predicate is the telling part of the sentence. Let me tell you again. The subject is the naming part of a sentence and the predicate is the telling part of a sentence. Now let me explain you in detail. A complete sentence has two parts. They are subject and predicate. The subject tells who or what the sentence is about. The predicate tells what the subject does or is. Now children, let me explain you again. The subject tells who or what the sentence is about. The predicate tells what the subject does or is. Children, when we are talking about someone or something in a sentence, then that part is called as the subject and the rest of the part is called as the predicate. The subject can be noun, pronoun or proper noun. The predicate usually begins with the verb that includes rest of the sentence. Remember children, the predicate always include the verb. Let me repeat again. The predicate always include the verb. Now children, let us learn about subject and predicate through examples. Read the following sentence. The neem tree is big and strong. Here, the sentence tells about the neem tree. So, The neem tree is the subject. And when we ask the question, what is told about the neem tree or the subject, or what is written about the neem tree or the subject, the answer we get is big and strong. So, big and strong is the predicate. Therefore, what is told or written about the subject is known as the predicate. That is, big and strong is the predicate. Big and strong gives more information about the neem tree. How is the neem tree? The neem tree is big and strong. So the neem tree is the subject. We are talking about the neem tree. Okay? And how is the neem tree? It is big and strong. So is big and strong is the predicate. Next. The market is very crowded today. Here the sentence tells about the market. Now children, the market is the subject, right? Now how is the market? Yes, you are right. Is very crowded today. Is very crowded today is giving more information about the market. So the market is the subject. And how is the market? Is very crowded today is the predicate. Understood? The market is very crowded today. In this sentence, the market is the subject and is very crowded today is the predicate. We went to the airport. Now children, here who or what are we talking about? Yes, you are right. We are talking about themselves. So, we is the subject. And what are we talking about themselves? Yes, you are right. That they went to the airport. So, went to the airport is the predicate. So, children, we went to the airport. In this sentence, we is the subject and went to the airport is the predicate. As I told you that predicate includes a verb. So, went is the verb. Okay? Therefore, the part of a sentence that names a person or a thing that we are talking about is known as the subject of that sentence. So children, here in this sentence, we went to the airport. We is the subject and went to the airport is the predicate. As I told you that the subject can be noun, pronoun or proper noun. So in this sentence, we is the pronoun. Next. Birds fly. Now here, birds is the subject and what is told about the subject or what is written about the subject? Yes, fly. Birds fly. So, fly is the predicate. The dog is a faithful animal. Here, the sentence tells about the dog. So, the dog is the subject. And what information is given about the dog? Yes, you are right. Is a faithful animal. So, the dog is a faithful animal. In this sentence, the dog is the subject and the information given about the dog is a faithful animal is the predicate. Rama killed Ravana. Here the sentence tells about Rama. So Rama is the subject. Understood? So, whom did Rama kill? Yes, Rama killed Ravana. So, killed Ravana is the predicate. Killed Ravana tells us that Ravana was killed by Rama. So, Rama is the subject. Rama killed Ravana. So, killed Ravana is the predicate. So, children, Rama killed Ravana. In this sentence, Rama is the subject. And what are we talking about Rama? Yes, that he killed Ravana. So, killed Ravana is the predicate. My friend lost his compass. Now, children, here the sentence tells about my friend. So, my friend is the subject. Understood? My friend is the subject. And what is told about the subject or what is written about the subject? Correct. Lost his compass. So, lost his compass is the predicate. My friend lost his compass. In this sentence, my friend is the subject and lost his compass is the predicate. A dove is a symbol of peace. Now here the sentence tells about a dove. So a dove is a subject. A dove is a subject. And what is told about the subject? Or what is written about the subject? Or what information is given about the subject? Yes, you are right. That it is a symbol of peace. So, is a symbol of peace is the predicate. So, children, a dove is a symbol of peace. In the sentence, a dove is a subject and is a symbol of peace is the predicate. The earth moves around the sun. Now, children, here the sentence tells about the earth. So, the earth is the subject. And what is told about the subject? Or what more information is given about the subject? Yes, you are right that it moves around the sun. So, moves around the sun is the predicate. So, children, the earth moves around the sun. In this sentence, the earth is the subject and moves around the sun is the predicate. Now, children, let's do an activity. Circle the subject and underline the predicate. You have to circle the subject and underline the predicate in the following sentence. The monkeys are eating bananas. So, children, tell me what is the subject over here? Yes, you are right. The monkeys. The monkeys is the subject. And what is the predicate? Yes, you are right. What are the monkeys doing? They are eating bananas. So, are eating bananas is the predicate. So, what will you do now? Yes, you will circle the subject and underline the predicate. So, let's do it. Let's circle the subject, the monkeys, and underline the predicate. Yes, are eating bananas. Okay, next. They are going to the mall. Now, children, try to find out what is the subject in this sentence. Yes, they. They is the subject. And what is the predicate? Yes, are going to the mall. Okay, so what will you do? You will circle the subject and underline the predicate. Let's do it. Yes, circle the subject, they, and underline the predicate, are going to the mall. Got it? Yes. Next. The singer sang her first song. Now children, identify the subject in this sentence. Yes, you are right. The singer. The singer is the subject. And what is the predicate? Yes, sang her first song is the predicate. So what will you do? You will circle the subject and underline the predicate. So let's do it. Let's circle the subject. Yes, and underline the predicate. Sang her first song is the predicate. Got it? Next. Sarah is playing piano. Now children, identify the subject. Yes, you are right. Sarah. Sarah is the subject. And what information is given about Sarah? Yes, she is playing piano. So, is playing piano is the predicate. So, what will you do now? Circle the subject and underline the predicate. So, children, let us circle the subject. Sarah is the subject and is playing piano is the predicate. Understood? Next. The dam is built to store water. Now children, tell me what is the subject in this sentence? Correct, you are right. The dam. The dam is the subject. And what information is given about the subject? What is told about the subject? Yes, it is built to store water. So, is built to store water is the predicate. So, what will you do now? You will circle the subject, the dam. Yes, the dam is the subject. And what is the predicate? Let us underline the predicate. Is built to store water. Understood? So children, I hope you all have understood about the subject and the predicate. Now, let us recap of what we have learnt today. Children, let's recap of what we have learnt today. We have learnt that a complete sentence has two parts: subject and predicate. Subject is the naming part of the sentence and predicate is the telling part of the sentence. The subject tells who or what the sentence is about. The predicate tells what the subject does or is. Remember children, the predicate always include the verb. So children, thank you very much. In the next part, we will learn more about subject and predicate. Till then, Sai Ram.